Welcome to this quick guide on how to configure bandwidth in an EPON ONU using a BDCOM EPON OLT. We'll show both graphical user interface and command line interface methods, step by step. Let's start with the graphical user interface method. Open your web browser. In the address bar, enter the IP address of your BDCOM OLT and press Enter. Log in using your admin credentials. Once logged in, go to the device info page to verify your BDCOM EPON device model and firmware version. Navigate to the ONU configuration section from the left-hand menu. Select the PON port where the ONU is connected. From the ONU list, find the ONU by matching the MAC address. Click the matching ONU to view its configuration and status. Now, configure the ONU's upstream and downstream bandwidth. Here, for example, we will configure the ONU with a 10 megabits per second bandwidth limit. PIR stands for Peak Information Rate. This is the maximum allowed bandwidth. CIR stands for Committed Information Rate. This is your guaranteed bandwidth. Note that PIR and CIR value is set in kilobytes. After entering the values, click Apply to save the configuration. Finally, go to the top right corner and click the Save button to store your settings permanently. Now let's configure the same configuration using the CLI method. Make sure you're connected to the OLT via console, telnet, or SSH. First, enter configuration mode and access the EPON port. Identify the ONU using its MAC address. Then enter ONU interface configure mode and set the upstream and downstream bandwidth. For 10 megabits per second bandwidth, the command is EPON SLA upstream PIR 10240 CIR 1000 for the upstream bandwidth and EPON SLA downstream PIR 10240 CIR 1000 for the downstream bandwidth. Verify the configuration. Confirm that the bandwidth settings are correctly applied. Finally, save your configuration. Now we will check if the configured bandwidth is working correctly by running a speed test from the ONU side. If you found this tutorial helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving any questions in the comments below.